Hi everyone, this is Shannon with Apex Tarot, a pure spirit. Thanks for joining this channel for a daily reading. I do donation readings and you can email me your question at apextarot_a pure spirit@yahoo.com and I will upload your question to this channel. It will be tailored to your question, but it will also be a general reading for the public because you are a part of a soul group. You can give, an alias name if you want for your question to keep it, as private as possible if that's what you want to do. And then there's a P.O. box number that you can send a donation to once you have viewed your video on this channel, and that will be down below in the description box. Let me go ahead and just give it here verbally. It's donations or offerings to Shannon Hensley at P.O. Box 25172, Kansas City, Missouri 64119. And again, that address to email me your question is apextarot_a-pure-spirit@yahoo.com. Please be patient with me as it is a donation channel here. I will get back to you as soon as possible. And thank you for your support. Let's go ahead and get started with the daily read. All right, everybody. I hope that you're doing absolutely wonderful. I bless you today. Thank you, Sweet Divine, for clear defined messages for the collective. Today's date is the 17th, so the 17th High Arcana in the Tarot is the Star, right? And that's something guided, and it's optimism, it's better times ahead, it's knowledge, it's success, it's destined and fated things, it's harmonious conditions. That's beautiful when we're guided by the Sweet Divine. Thank you, Divine. What do we need to know today? What's the most important message that needs to come across here for the collective? I bind and block all negative forces, and I command for the truth to come to the surface, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth. Thank you, Sweet Divine. We'll do a 10-card Celtic cross here, guys. Let's see what's going on for everybody. At the bottom of the deck, we do have, regret or remorse, or somebody who's frustrated. They just freaking can't turn around and see they didn't lose everything. Unforgiveness even possibly, or bitterness, but hopefully somebody can see that there's still two cups behind them, and that's an overall energy coming out here. We also have the Star itself coming out. That's beautiful. Like I said, hope and optimism. So all you gotta do is just turn around, honey, whatever that is. And then we've got the Hermit. This is High Arcana, going within, having wisdom. This is somebody who's very prudent. They are looking for insight. Obviously, if somebody's been crying over something, or there's been gossip, there's birds in that picture there, then, obviously somebody's got to go within and heal. The Hermit himself actually has the Star in the normal tarot deck of the Star in the lantern there. And so we're getting it twice in a roundabout way here. So healing, again, big time healing the heart, being prudent. If there were people that were disguised around you for whatever reason, the Hermit himself can represent a disguise, or someone who's, segregated or segregating people, however that energy's playing, one-sided or the other. It represents loneliness. Okay, so if somebody's been hurt and they're lonely, they need healing. We're getting it twice here. So let's go ahead and take a look here and see what else Spirit wants us to know in this reading. Get these cards out here. We've got Justice, and the Sun right now is still in Libra as of today. In a few days, it'll be going into Scorpio. And, look at this card. It is a High Arcana, but I always point out that her eyes are completely shut, not wanting to look at something. But that didn't have to be the case. But we do have somebody that, is having a hard time turning around in a situation here. Now, this is very karmic activity, whatever's happening here. And, some people are just trying to suppress the heart itself. And that's the Sun. And like I said, it's in Libra right now. But, I also want to point out that if you turn around, light in the medical field, they'll tell you that light will cauterize a wound. And so this wound in your heart will be completely, made whole for you if you will just turn around, honey. All right, we've got 3 high arcanas to back up. Sorry, I gotta plug in my phone there. Let me get this camera turned around here. There we go. I was saying something and I just lost my train of thought. Anyway, let's just go ahead and get in here, guys. In our right now moment, we have the Queen of Pentacles. Now, there's a peacock there beside her because when she's in the upright, she's not, if she's not in the upright, she's very stubborn, right? But in the upright, this is the lower version of the Empress herself, and she's very humble. She's very poised. She's a wife, a mother, somebody of nobility. She's intelligent. She's high ranking. She's a queen. And she's standing there beautiful because she's beautiful inside and out. She's very earthy energy. And this is where we're at right now. And somebody needs to get grounded. We can't follow our emotions all the time. We have to take those thoughts that come to us and capture them and not get all, we got to guard the heart because issues will flow out of it. And she's very, very earthy, and it's time to get grounded in a situation. I don't know how long you've been sitting there or somebody around you's been sitting there, but maybe they just need comfort to have somebody needs to tell this person it's okay. Sometimes people just feel alone. They don't know how to turn around. But the Queen of Pentacles, she's very, very grounded, and that's beautiful energy. Now, maybe something happened on your job or something like that, and we've got a lot of pentacles showing up here. We've got the scales of Libra, again, showing up twice in this reading, and this is the scales of justice itself, as above, so below, appearing here in this reading. This is the yin and the yang. This is court. This is legalities. This is generosity, scales weigh, being weighed here, balancing out and healing. And, pentacles is anything in this earthly realm here that you can touch and taste and see and all that kind of stuff. And your house, your investments and things like that. And this is what's helpful, is to be generous and to stand there very poised and grounded and healed. And it all comes from the mind. This is about knowing something. So that's our mind, right? We've got air coming out here with these Libra scales. That's about the mind. The Hermit has all 4 elements within him, okay? So we have to be balanced here. This is about balancing. What happened in the past? Well, a third-party situation, gossip, family members. Maybe something happened at a gathering, like a birthday party or a graduation or a wedding or something like that. This is a deep past. This is community. So obviously something happened. When people have to gossip about things or get in your business, it's not fun. That's what happened. Those 3 cups right there are already showing that they're spilt over. In the right now moment, what just happened? Well, somebody got put on their knees, but they're still fighting. This is the wounded warrior. This is passionately fighting something and not giving up. They're going to the final push, right? You're closer than you think. There's been a lot of adversity and calamity, obviously, the first card out of the deck. And, like I said, I keep looking at these birds here in this picture, and that's gossip, and we've got gossip down here happening, but something happened, even though somebody has been put to their knees to push themselves right here and stand up. Look at this. It's 2 parts of ourselves, whatever we've been going through. We fight anyway, even if it brought us to our knees. Now today we stand firm. We get grounded. We get out of any kind of pride, because when the peacock's feathers up, well, then there's pride there, and we can't be that way, or people around you, need to be put in their place when they're that way, to cause people to be in pain like that. What's in the top of the mind is an apology. We've got, I guess it's the only court. We got 2 court cards here. At the top of the Queen's mind is maybe children or surprise or an attachment or birth or, whatever this is. This is somebody who's sweet and who's kind, who's gentle, who's friendly, is a person who's well pleased. And, maybe somebody told you, turn around, or the person who did this to you, coming and saying, turn around, I want to bounce out the scales, I want to get you grounded, stay grounded. Now this 7 Pentacles here with the Queen of Pentacles, what she's holding in her hand, and there is definitely some kind of harvest collected here in this energy. So that's beautiful, goals attained that you've been waiting on, because it takes time for the heart to heal. Like I said, sorry guys, I really only had a few hours of sleep last night, so bear with me on this video. Like I said, light will cauterize the wound, and you and I have to do light working to chase away the darkness, right? What's fixing to happen in the very near future? Getting stable. Look at all this Look at all this, these pentacles coming out. Now, I do notice the moon here. There's been cycles of things that have happened. Obviously, we know there's been some kind of really deep hurting here. And if the scales had to be balanced, in a situation, or that's what's helpful and a challenge, well, it's, what's fixing to happen is getting stabilized. 4 is about organization. And now the 4th house itself is ruled by the moon, and that's about balancing the emotions. So we've got balancing your thoughts, because Libra would be thoughts, your air energy, and then we've got pentacles, ground, being grounded. In this picture, we have the moon showing, which is about those emotions there getting balanced, and also pentacles, amazing. But whatever has happened, turn around, because you will be able to open up again. It takes time, and pentacles represent time. This is, self-protection, and that's okay, especially depending on how deep you were hurt and how long you've been sitting there and crying over spilt milk and trying to get over something. Somebody may have been greedy around you, or may be trying to be greedy around you, but you've got healing here. You've got knowledge here in the overall energy, and you've got the Hermit's Lantern as well. You've got it twice, all right? And you've got the scales of Libra, my goodness sakes, to balance that out straight from the heavens. There's this karmic activity, and when people do things and try to hold on to your stuff or whatever this was that toppled over those other 3 cups, and people got in the way and gossiped and did something, then karma come in every time and knock them down. What's the concern? Well, we've got a lot of court cards coming out here, and if this is the lower version of the Empress herself, well, that's somebody that's a public figure. So obviously we got social stuff down here as well, and we got the Star. That's something social as well. So what's the concern? The concern is being able to pass a test. We've got Saturn here, and Saturn comes to us by way of testing by the devil, who wants to restrain you, hold you back, right? And we've got Saturn also that comes in the world. It's your choice. It's karmic activity happening in this situation here, and we can have a complete success or not. We can have victory or not. It's really our choice. The King of Cups doesn't always show how he feels, and so the concern is being able to open up, or getting out of sulkiness, because in the negative, the King of Cups can be sulky and really manipulative. And if somebody was being manipulative, obviously somebody was in some kind of something. The moon is right there. And so this is a concern, being able to be balanced, being able to be controlled, to be intelligently controlled in those emotions, right? This is a high-ranking position, maybe a boss, a father, maybe this is just you and energy here. But this is a concern. We got a lot of balancing here, balancing the scales, balancing the emotions, balancing the mind. But we've got also a warrior here, and someone standing right there within themselves, humble and grounded, turn around and took that pentacle and say, no, I'm going to be grounded here. And that's what's helpful. How do people see this? As the Hierophant deals with all kinds of stuff. It's society itself, and it is another part of the Empress herself. So this is something happening in society, maybe widespread for some of you. This deals with marriages. It also deals with your tradition, your conforming to something, your ethics, your morality. And so something was not moral, and the spiritual but practical energy. We also got like I said, the Sons of Libra. So actually, this is the Empress coming out here, as above, so below. And so something's huge, and she will, the Emperor and the Empress give aid. They're about truth. And so, this is what justice is. She's got the justice scales within her, because that's a part of her. So there's spiritual matters that people are looking at, and this is that they could be looking at some of you. If you turn around, you stand in your integrity, which we should be doing. People are looking at this as someone to be respected in the community. This is anything with institutions, hospitals, government, good standing. It's a change of some kind, because it's a 5. This is organizations, this is banks. We got all kinds of pentacles here. What's the hopes? It's to be happy, to be fulfilled. This is also a social card. Got a lot of social stuff out here. Like I said, when they come out, the Emperor and the Empress, it's stuff that's known. It's a public figure. And, we've got the star here as well. Now, stars read backwards is rats, and rats want to gnaw at things, right? And that's exactly what's been happening here. And but if it's in the positive, it's something that's optimistic, right? It's successful. And you and I are not animals, but some people are in a lower animalistic state. The hope is to be able to have joy again and feel fulfilled here, and have a committed relationship. Maybe fix the one that toppled over, or find a new one. This is a brand new page at the top of the Queen's mind, where children are concerned. Maybe you lost your children. Maybe children were involved in the situation, but you know what? The Spirit can bring a new family to you if that's what you desired. The Spirit knows exactly what we need more than what we do, and He can turn your tomorrow into something very hopeful. What is the outcome? The past, somebody returning to you. This is somebody that has been in nostalgia, maybe about you. Obviously, you've been in nostalgia, or whoever this is resonating with. The 6 represents healing. This card also represents forgiveness, and you must forgive yourself. You must forgive others. If we don't forgive, the Spirit won't forgive us. And I know that's easier said than done, and it is a process, and it's a day by day thing. That's why we have 4 pentacles here. Somebody holding on to something here. They're afraid to open up, but you got to just take it moment by moment and capture every thought captive and tell it, no, I'm not going to think this way anymore. I'm not going to give into those emotions. I must be balanced. And this is about forgiveness. This is about peace. This is about reflection. It's about old friends, sentimental feelings. So this beautiful outcome coming out here today, y'all. So if you're somebody who is going through this today, I just send you love and light. I know what that's like to, feel like the whole world's against you when you've been talked about, abused, and maybe even been, treated like, animalistic stuff being thrown at you. You can get through this. You and I can get through it. We got to turn around and every single day follow the star of destiny, which is the Creator. It's the Spirit within you and I. The kingdom is within us, and we get those downloads from the divine so that we can walk uprightly. Whether other people do it or not, you can't change them, but you can change you, and the Spirit can lead you and guide you and make every single crooked place straight for you and I, and heal your broken heart. Let that light today cauterize your wound. I send you light on this video. Thank you so much for joining me for a daily read. I do 2 daily reads every day. I do a 24-hour rune reading. I also do a 24-hour Lenormand reading, and along with monthly reads, 72-hour reads, and stuff like that. So anyway, thanks again for joining. I send you love and light. Please send me your questions for a donation reading to apextarot_a purespirit@yahoo.com. I sure appreciate it. Shalom.